Hi, Cyber Sanctuary. Welcome, welcome. So we are in the Sequoia National Park. I forget the name of this campground, but it has some really beautiful rocks behind. I'm not quite sure what these flowers are. But yeah, so really beautiful place to stop and do our class. So I'm really excited to be here. I always love finding these beautiful places, but oftentimes I don't have service. So I'm stoked that we got a twofer here. So we're gonna start our practice lying down. Today is gonna be a flow. Hi, welcome. Today is gonna be a flow to boost your energy. And you can do this any time of day. Probably not towards the end of the day, although I will say with any kind of yoga, if you're being intentional and slow with your breath, even if you're getting active in your body, you can still find that kind of calm state. So really any time of day you feel like you might need a little energy boost, this is going to be a great class. So we're going to start lying down on our backs. So make your way there onto your mat. And we'll start by bringing the soles of our feet to touch. You can have your knees come out to the side. If this feels like a really big stretch, you can slide pillows or props underneath your legs. Another option is to make fists with your hands and stick your hands up close to your hips, to the joints there, and that can add a little support. And then options with your hands, you can bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest, or maybe it feels better to bring your hands to your hips. And so we're here, kind of the base of the Sierra Mountains. And this area has this like really nice mix of desert and trees, these beautiful rocks that have just been kind of bleached and drenched by the sun. So this sun energy, this solar energy has a lot of force, and I'd just kind of like to transmute that to you. So hoping that you can absorb some of these vibes of the scenery that you see here, just bringing that energy into your body. And a great way to tap into that source. So even if you're in a place that isn't sunny, if you're feeling disconnected, you can always go outside, take your shoes off, and put your feet into the ground. You can absorb some of that earth energy. You could also bring your inner elbows to the sun. So exposing your inner arms can add a little bit of solar energy to the body, helping you to produce a little vitamin D. So we have energy all around us. We are balls of energy, and the whole world is built of energy just taking different form. So our job is to kind of keep the energy in our body balanced and contained, and to have it be able to communicate with others' energy as well. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, thinking of something you'd like to dedicate this energy towards, take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Now just allow your body to rest here. Notice the points that are touching the ground, the mat. Notice the nape of your neck, the little curvature at your low back. So for this next bit of time together, just doing our best to stay connected to the sensations that we're feeling in our body. And anytime your mind starts to feel busy, anytime you wander off, just remind yourself to come back. One more full breath in, full breath out. Now, as a counter pose, plant your feet on the ground, bring your arms down beside you, palms facing down or up, you choose, and then you can walk your feet to the outside edges of your mat and touch your knees together in the center. Just allowing the outer edges of the thighs to open up, gentle inner rotation of the joints. Walk your feet back to center. Bring your right leg as if you're doing legs up the wall and interlace your hand behind your hamstring muscle. If you need to bend your right knee a little bit or a lot, no problem. But you're working towards straightening your leg. Keep rooting your right hip down. So your hip kind of wants to hike up towards your shoulder. You can even bring your hand to your hip. See if you can kind of press it down so both of your hips stay even to each other. So you're moving your hip down towards the end of your mat. And then guide your leg towards you a little or a lot. This can be a big movement or a little movement. You just want to make sure that you're going to your own depth and you're not pushing too hard or too deep. Remember, you're always listening to yourself. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, pull your leg towards you a little more. Now interlace your hands, your peace fingers, and grab your big toe. You might need to bend your knee quite a bit to get this grip. Bring your left hand beside you, palms facing down, and then work on straightening your right leg. From here, bring your right leg over to the right. So you might come over just a little bit. Some of us may be able to come over a little further. Maybe you can bring your leg all the way down. Just make sure both of your left shoulder is still down. So if you bring your leg over and your left shoulder pops up, just come out a little bit so you can stay grounded in the back side of your body. You're just going for the stretch, the sensation. You don't need to get your leg to a certain place. There's really no goal. And keeping the support of your left foot planted, or it may feel nice for you to extend your left leg out long. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Notice if there's any shaking or gripping. Give your knee a slight little micro bend. And just try to breathe a little more slowly. Bringing your leg out as you exhale. And then as you inhale, guide your leg back to center. This time grab your left hand on the outside edge of your right foot. So once again, you might need to bend your knee quite a bit to get the grip. And then you're working on straightening your leg. Bring your right arm beside you, palms facing down, and then guide your right leg over to the left. So once again, doesn't have to be a big movement. You can also keep your left foot planted if that feels better, more supportive, up to you. You're gently guiding your leg across your body, but you're not taking it all the way over. You want to keep both of your shoulders down. You're just looking to feel a big stretch on the outside of your right thigh. Remember, bending your knee as much as you like. And now interlace your hands below your right knee. Pull your right knee towards your right shoulder. Give it a nice squeeze. And then release your right leg long. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So plant your feet on the ground. We'll build it step by step. Push your feet into the floor. Lift up your hips. And then flatten your low back to the ground. So you're trying to squish out that space of air at your low back. And then slowly, gently straighten your left leg up as if you're doing one leg up the wall. And interlace your hands behind your hamstring. Remember, bending your left knee as much as you need. In the setup, if you want to grab your left hip, notice if it's hiking up towards your shoulder. See if you can kind of press it down towards the end of your mat so that your hips are more even to each other. And then you're guiding your leg towards you. Big stretch for the back of your leg, your hamstring especially. So always bending your knee, taking the release if you need it. Relaxing your muscles the best you can, stretching into the deeper layers. Just feeling into your body. Release the grip from behind your leg, grab your peace fingers around your big toe, and then straighten your leg again. You can bring your right arm beside you, palm facing down, and then slowly, gently, left leg comes over towards the left. Remember, a little bit or a lot. Just as long as both of your shoulders stay down, you're getting the benefit of the stretch. You can keep your right foot down, or maybe you straighten your right leg out. Just make sure you still feel stable here. You don't want to strain too much during the stretch. Opening things up to the side, big outward rotation in the joint. Use your next inhale to guide your leg back up. You can bend your knee, grab your right hand on the knife edge of your foot, so the outside edge of your foot. Bring your left hand down, palm facing down, and then straighten your left leg as you guide your leg over towards the right. So big stretch for the outside of your left leg, but you're also receiving compression to the inner groin and the digestive tract. Noticing where you feel the shape. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Keep your brow nice and soft. And slowly coming back, interlace your hands below your left knee. Guide your left knee towards your left shoulder. Nice big squeeze. And then release into Shavasana. Legs long and arms long beside you. We're going to make our way up to a seat. You can plant your feet on the ground. Reach your arms up over your head. Arch your low back. And then roll over onto whichever side you like. Press yourself up into a comfortable seat. And we're going to come to the back of our mat. So we're going to work into a little bit of floor salutations. Starting in hero's pose. And I realize that this is a pretty big posture for the knees. So if you do have sensitive or painful knees, just stay in the kneeling position. Another option for you is you can fold your mat. So bringing your mat in half like this, so you have a little more cushion under your knees can be helpful. Or if you have a towel or a blanket handy, you can slide a little extra support underneath your knees. So make sure to set yourself up if you are dealing with any knee troubles. So if you can, sit on your heels in hero's pose. Bring your hands to your lap. And either way, everybody, I want your spine to be nice and tall. So the top of your head is stretching away from your tailbone, relaxing your shoulders down away from your ears. As you inhale, come on up to your shins. Bring your knees right underneath your hips. You want to feel your inner thighs squeezing towards each other. Send energy down through your shins. And then it's almost like your inner legs are pulling the energy up into your torso. So lifting your chest, inhale, reach your arms up over your head, lengthen through your fingers, spin your pinky fingers in, slide your shoulders down your back. Feel strong and engaged in your arms from fingertips to shoulder blades. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bow. So you might want to watch the first round. I'm going to bring my fingertips, so tenting your fingers underneath your shoulders, and then bringing your forehead to the ground. As you rise, I want you to imagine that the space between your shoulders, the back of your heart is leading you up. So keep your chin tucked, keep your belly button pulled in, and as you inhale, round up. Continue with your head and neck, and then reach your arms up and over your head. We're going to go 2 more times like that. As we exhale, bow, fingertips tent right under your shoulders, forehead to the ground. Inhale, you're like undulating up. Back of your heart space pulls you up. Continue your arms up over your head, touch your palms, and then bow, fingertips to the ground, forehead to the ground. Inhale, round up from the back of your shoulders. Continue your arms up, reach up. Exhale, melting heart. Bring your hands to the top of your mat and your forehead to the top of your mat. Keep your hips high, walk your fingers forward, and lengthen your waist. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, slither forward onto your belly like cobra pose. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You can keep your feet hip width distance or zip up your legs, but either way you want to push down with your feet a lot and squeeze your legs. Exhale your breath all the way. Arms stay tight to your body. Inhale, lift your chest. So extend your breastbone forward. As you peel yourself up off the ground, you're lifting forward, out, and then up. Keep your elbows tight. Slide your elbows down towards your hips as you shine your breastbone forward. Take a full breath in. Exhale, bring your forehead to the ground. We're going to flow 2 more times. Push your feet down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, slowly lower. Here's your last one. Push your feet down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, slowly lower. So as we move our body with the breath, we're energizing our vessel. Make your way into child's pose. So pressing your hips back towards your heels. Fingertips come forward. Pause here, take a moment. If this feels like too much on your knees, you can keep your hips lifted for child's pose, no problem. And if it feels too tender on your back, you can make fists and bring your forehead to your hands. So just supporting yourself if you need to. I'm going to adjust my mat a little bit. I'm coming off of my board here. So we're going to move through those shapes with our breath, kind of flowing with the breath. So we'll find each other in child's pose. And then sitting up on your shins in hero's pose. Inhale, coming up to kneeling mountain. Reach up through your arms, stretch up. Exhale, bow. Bring your fingers to the ground and your forehead to the ground. Inhale, round up and reach up. Exhale, bow. Fingers to the ground. Follow with your head. Inhale, round yourself up, reach up. Here's your last one. Fingers to the ground, forehead to the ground. Inhale, rise with your breath, reach up. Exhale, melting heart. Hands come to the top of your mat, forehead to your mat. Inhale, look forward, and then slide forward onto your belly. Here's your 3 rounds of Cobra pose. Hands under your shoulders, press your feet down. Inhale, Cobra, lift your chest. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, Cobra, lift it up. Exhale, forehead down. Here's your last one. Inhale, lift up, hold it. Exhale, slowly lower down and make your way into child's pose. Toes touch, knees out wide. Let's do it one more time. Coming up to hero's pose, so sitting on your heels. And then making your way to kneeling mountain. Rise up onto your shins. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Fingers to the ground, forehead to the ground. So you're moving your energy. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fingers to the ground, forehead to the ground. Inhale, reach up. Last time. Exhale, bow, fingers to the ground, forehead to the ground. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, melting heart. Hands come to the top of your mat, forehead down. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, slide forward. Come on to your belly. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift up, Cobra. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, peel yourself up. Exhale, lower yourself down and make your way into child's pose. Toes touch, knees out wide. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Just stay here for a couple rounds of breath, noticing that heat, that energy that you created. So our body in moving with our breath is incredibly powerful. So you can do that little sequence that we just did on the ground anytime you want. It takes a quick 2 minutes maybe. You could do it longer if you wanted to. And you can really start to get those blood flowing, the juices flowing, the circulation going, and bring some energy back in. Let's make our way into tabletop positions, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale for cat. Press the mat away from you, round your spine. Let's go a couple more times. Inhale, cow, drop your belly. And exhale for cat, press the mat. You want to go another round, just moving at your own speed. You just want to make sure that you're feeling any kind of sticky spots. You can breathe into it. Bring your right hand forward, thumb facing up. Stretch your left leg back, flex your toes towards the mat. You want to extend your hand away from your heel. We're going to hold on to this. This is an isometric contraction, so it means your muscles are active, but nothing is moving. So imagine wrapping your skin to the muscle and your muscle to the bone. You want to engage everything, and especially your core. See if you can keep pressing the mat away with your left hand. Keep your abdominals engaged. Reach your right hand away from your heel. We'll stay here for another breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now bend your left knee, reach around with your right hand, grab for the top of your foot, kick into your hand. You can keep your gaze down on the mat for balance, or maybe you want to look up towards the sky. Keep breathing as you kick into your hand. Nice little spine twist and a back bend. Come out the same way you came in, extend, hand away from heel, and then come back to tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly. And exhale for cat. Press the mat. Let's do it on the other side. Reach your right leg back, flex your toes towards the mat. Extend your left arm forward. Really reach your hand and your heel away from each other. Your right hand pressing down into the mat, poofing up your right shoulder, engaging your core. Your body's strong and active. Imagine you could bring your arm, your head, your hip, and your heel parallel to the ground, all lined up with each other. Straighten and lengthen. One more full breath in and full breath out. Now bend your knee, reach around, grab for the top of your foot, Start to kick into your hands. You're feeling that nice little back bend, little bit of a spine twist. You can look down, or maybe you turn your gaze to the side, or maybe you can look up. Stay with it. Little wobbling, totally normal. And then coming out the same way, extend your hand away from your heel. Come back to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So pedal it out a few times. Shake your head. You can dip into your hips a little bit. You're trying to move some energy into the back side of your body. We've been on the ground this whole time. Now we're gonna start to stand up. Look forward to your hands and then travel to the top of your mat. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. Grab for opposite elbows and allow your body to dangle here. You can allow the back of your neck to get really heavy. Relax your jaw, unfurrow your brow. You can even rest your belly on your thighs, getting some nice compression through your abdominal wall here. Bring your fingertips to the ground, toe heel your feet to touch. Tuck your chin to your chest, and as you inhale, slowly rounding yourself up to standing. Take your time as you rise. Shoulders up and back, hands together at your chest. Ooh, baby, it is toasty. Let's take a moment to find our feet. So you can push down with the heels, with your heels. Notice how that engages your thighs. You want to spread all four corners of your feet down into the mat. You want to feel a strong foundation. Gathering the energy from the earth, pulling it up into your legs. Inhale for mountain pose. Bring your arms up over your head. Lengthen through your fingers. You can spin your pinkies in, slide your shoulders down your back. You want to stay strong in your arms from fingertips to shoulder blades. Take a full breath in. Exhale, gentle back bend. Open your arms like a cactus, lift your chest and shine your heart space forward. So you're expanding this whole front side of your body. We generally create a lot of compression, a lot of holding in this space. So take this opportunity to invite some length. Inhale, reaching up over your head, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Easy does it. Hands come down to the ground. Relax your head. Look back to the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your palms to your shins. Top of your head stretching away from your tailbone. Really squeeze your belly button up and in. Get nice and strong. Exhale, high plank pose. Top of a push-up, shoulders over wrists. Squeeze your body. Get strong here. Pressing the mat away from you. This is great for your core, but you're using pretty much all of your muscles. This is total body strength. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips high to the sky. Bend your knees a couple times if you need to. Just get yourself set up. Downward facing dog. So we're gonna move through that with the breath, just starting to create that energetic flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, bring your hands to your chest. Moving with your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, top of a push-up. Squeeze everything in. You want to get strong. One more big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to chest. Last round. Inhale, mountain. You're gathering the energy. Exhale, open up, backward bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Breathing out any stagnation. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, high plank pose, top of a push-up. Squeeze your muscles. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go high to the sky. Inhale your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open your hip. Rotate your right shoulder down, bring your left heel down, bring your right knee up a little bit. So big stretch for your right thigh. Come back to down or three-legged dog. So rotate your right hip back down. You want your hips even. Take a big breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your hands. Get a nice big step. You want to stack your right knee over your ankle. Kick back with your heel to take the bend out of your knee And you want to pull your right hip up and back. You want to get nice and even in your hips. Squeeze your thighs. Left fingertips stay down. Inhale your right arm up. Big twist, open to the side. Imagine you're catching a ball. You're wrapping your shoulder back. Full breath in. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Come on up, stand tall. So legs stay the same. Lift your torso and stretch up with your arms. You might need to adjust your feet a little bit. So make sure your step is big enough. Make sure your step is wide enough. You want to sink down into your lunge. Spin your pinkies in and slide your shoulders down. Take a full breath in. Exhale, gentle back bend. Open your arms like a cactus. Lift your chest and arch your body back. Inhale, reaching up. Come back to a lunge. Full breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel down. Open up your arms. And then bend in and out of your front knee. Once again, making sure that your step is big enough. You want to get low in your lunge. Right knee over your ankle. Press down with the knife edge of your foot. And straighten your arms away from each other. So especially in this posture, I can feel the movement of energy. You're moving it in all four directions. Down through your feet, out through your arms and your chest, and up through the top of your head. Stretch your fingers away from each other. See if you can get down a little deeper. Take a big breath in. Exhale, side angle. Right arm down, left arm up. Elbow on your thigh for support. Or you could press it against your knee for more rotation, but squeeze your core muscles. You got to stay lifted here. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Reach your right arm back. Feeling the stretch from your toe all the way up to your finger. Feeling expansion on that whole right side. Full breath in. Exhale, low lunge. So bend your front knee. Rotate your hands to the ground. And spin so that you're high on your back toes again. Hips are even to each other. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your right leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale your left leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip for scorpion dog. Rotate your left shoulder down. See if you can bring your right heel down. And then stretching your left knee up. And this doesn't really have to look like anything. I just want you to feel that nice big open rotation. Come back to even hips, so three-legged dog, rotate your left hip down, full breath in. Exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot between your hands. Nice big step so you can get your knee over your ankle. Kick back with your heel, feel strong in your legs and pull your left hip up and back. Right fingertips down on the ground, inhale your left arm up, big twist open towards the left. You're rinsing out your torso, you're rinsing out your spinal column. Take a big breath here. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Inhale, high crescent lunge. So your feet stay the same. Push through your feet. Use your core. Lift your chest and reach your arms up. This is a pretty big balance challenge. So if you feel wobbly and you need to adjust your feet, no problem. Get yourself set up. You want to feel strong in your legs. We're going to challenge our balance in the next shape. Take a big breath here. Exhale, gentle back bend. Open your arms like a cactus. Lift your chest and arch back, so you don't have to go back a lot. Keep breathing in and out of your nose as you invite the space across your chest. Inhale, coming back to crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel down. Bend into your front knee a couple times and get low into your lunge. Reach your arms far apart. Feel the energy you're creating in your body. And although we're starting to build the heat here, make sure you're continuously breathing slowly in and out of your nose. Full breath in. Exhale, side angle. Left arm down, right arm up. Use your elbow for support on your thigh or press it against your knee for more rotation. Engage your core a lot. Reach up with your top hand more. Breathe. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Left arm sweeps back. This should feel really nice. Big stretch from your toe all the way to your finger, creating space along the left side. Take an inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, frame your foot. Make sure you rotate so that you're high on your back toes. Both of your hips should be even here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg high. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come on down to your knees. Quick little child's pose. Or any other resting posture that you like. Just take a moment to feel that energy that you've created in your body. You might notice your breath is a little faster. Your heartbeat is a little quicker. These signals that your body's working hard. See if you can consciously slow down your breath here. Slow, intentional breathing can calm down your entire system. And that's true not just here on our mat, but in our everyday lives as well. So we're gonna move through those shapes. We're gonna take that warrior sequence that we just did, and we're gonna go just slightly quicker with the breath. So finding our way into tabletop position. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're gonna add on a little bit in the beginning. Inhale, look forward to your mat. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, stretch it up. Exhale, hands to chest. So we're just bringing our sun salutation into the rotation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, gentle back bend, open your heart. Inhale, mountain pose. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose, top of a push-up. Get nice and strong. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip, scorpion dog. Come back to downward facing dog, even out your hip, or three-legged dog I should say, even out your hips. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot between your hands. Keep your left hand down. Inhale your right arm up, open to the side. Exhale your right hand down. Inhale, high crescent lunge, come on up, strong, full breath in. Feel stable first. Exhale, gentle back bend. Open your arms, arch your body back. We're moving slowly, take your time. Woo, inhale, crescent, coming back, arms stretch up over your head. Exhale, warrior two, rotate your back heel down. Get low in your lunge, take a big inhale breath. Exhale, side angle, right arm down, left arm up. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg, sweep your right arm back. And exhale, low lunge, plant your hands. Come onto the ball mound of your back toes. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. Bend your knee, open your hips, scorpion dog. Rotate your hip back, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, foot between your hands. Keep your right hand down. Inhale, left arm up and open. Exhale, your left hand down. Inhale, high crescent lunge, push through your feet. Exhale, gentle back bend. Open your arms, tilt your body back, go slow. Try to stay with it. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Take a big breath in. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your leg, reach back. And exhale, low lunge, plant your hands. Rotate so that you're high on your back toes. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Come on down to your knees. We're gonna take a breathing exercise called Breath of Fire. And I think we've done this in our class before. I think we did it when we were working on our third chakra. So Breath of Fire is a really great breathing exercise to kind of help release any stagnant energy from the body. If you are feeling kind of dull and dead or a little bit like lack of energy, this can really help to like enliven your circulation really any time of day. It's also really great for digestion. Thus, oxygen that you're bringing into your body is super helpful. And it's also helpful for pumping cerebrospinal fluid from the crown of your head to your tailbone. So the breathing exercise actually causes like a pumping motion in the spine. So if it's okay for you to sit on your knees in hero's pose, sit like this. If you'd rather sit cross-legged or up in a chair, any comfortable position, but your spine has got to be tall. So if you're sitting with your legs crossed and your spine's like this, it's not going to be helpful. So please sit up in a chair or sit up on a pillow so that you can get your spine tall. So rounded back, please try to avoid that. And I'll show you from the side here. You're going to bring your hands to your lap. This is kind of acting like your brace. Top of your head stretching away from your tailbone. You want to keep your spine as tall as possible. The inhale happens naturally and the exhale is very forceful. You're going to let your belly snap back towards your spine. It sounds like you're like shushing somebody in the movie theater at like the front row. So it's a very forceful exhale. The inhale is natural. So let's just prepare. Find your hands on your thighs. Sit nice and tall. Exhale your breath all the way. Inhale to prepare. And then begin exhaling. Keep going. Belly to spine. Every time you exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your breath back to a natural rhythm. Close down your eyes if they're not already. And just notice how you feel. It might bring on a little sensation of lightheadedness. You might be able to feel that circulation kind of flooding your body, the oxygen flooding your body. So that's a great breathing exercise that you can bring into your any day of your life, any activity. You don't have to do a whole yoga class. Just that exercise in itself can really be a benefit. So there we go, breath of fire. Let's make our way down to a seat. If you're up on a chair, come on down to the mat and bring your legs out long in front of you. Give them a little shake. Grab your seat and kind of walk your hips back a little bit, one by one. You're trying to tilt your pelvis bowl forward. I want you to try to sit in front of those little bony bits, your sit bones. So you're kind of sticking your booty back behind you. If your hamstrings feel tight, you can slide a pillow or something underneath your knees. If your low back feels tight, you can sit up. Ooh, I have a little visitor. You can sit up on a prop. So take support if you need it. We're gonna fold forward, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hinge from your hips. So you're leading with a long spine. Rather than rounding forward, we wanna hinge forward. And if you have blocks here, this is a great place for blocks. You can also use pillows, anything to bring the floor up a little closer. And it doesn't have to be a big movement. As soon as you feel the stretch, you're getting the benefit. And we'll practice this posture over and over. And as you kind of keep showing up, you might notice over time, ooh, there he is again, you have a little more space. So just kind of being gentle with yourself as you progress. Like, yoga is a lifetime practice, and it really never ends. Like, I've never achieved a pose. I feel like there's always another little edge to work and get better at. So don't worry so much about where you want to go. Just be really enjoying the process, because it's pretty amazing. Just the showing up for yourself and spending some time in your body, like being embodied, is such a gift. And as you allow the weight of your torso to come forward, you're just gently easing your backside body open. So hamstrings, low back, hips, this whole area here is connected to each other, of course. All the muscles kind of bind into the hip area, and they do a lot of work, and often when we sit, they get really tight and brittle. So this can feel like a really big stretch for a lot of us for many, many reasons. But when we lengthen the low back, the hips, and the hamstrings, we allow space in all three. So if hamstrings are tight, when we stretch our back, we're actually helping our hamstrings as well. So this is getting all three at the same time. So big benefit, even if you notice it feels a little intense sometimes. Slowly coming out, lift your chest. Bring your right leg out and your left leg in. Sole of your left foot on the inside of your thigh. Sit nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up. Rotate so that you're facing your right leg. You kind of want to torque your body over to the right a little bit. Full breath in. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Same thing like we did with the two-legged forward fold. You want to lead with your chest, hinge from your hips rather than rounding your spine. If you need blocks or props, wonderful. If you need a pillow or something underneath your leg, great. If you want to sit up on something. So all of these adjustments are there for you to take. And modifications and adjustments are not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of a really strong yogi, a really strong yoga practice, when you're listening and doing the things that your body needs. So don't think of it like, oh man, I got to use a prop. Like, it's actually, we all just have different alignment, and I need props for certain things. Slowly coming down as you're ready. Just last exhale breath to release. Use your inhale to come up. Let's take falling star. Inhale your left arm high up and over. Come up onto your left shin and rotate your right foot down as you stretch your left arm back. So big opening, nice little back bend, and you're kind of releasing the compression that you just created on the front of your thighs. Slowly bringing your hips to the ground. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So left leg out, right leg in. Sole of your foot on the inside of your leg. You want to sit nice and tall as you extend through your fingers. Full breath in. Twist so that you're facing your left leg. Hinge from your hips and come down with a nice long spine. And just noticing if you need to make any adjustments. If your body is sending you any signals of pain, please listen, please adjust, and just kind of find a different edge. A little dull discomfort is kind of to be expected, but if you feel anything like sharp or hot, just listen to yourself. And as we come up towards the end of practice, just coming back to that slow, natural, steady inhale and exhale breath. Just that natural cadence, that rhythm. As you exhale, come down a little deeper. Use your inhale to lift your chest, falling star, right arm high up and over. Come up onto your right shin, rotate your left foot down, and extend through your left arm. Big opening for your left side body. Nice, gentle back bend. Slowly coming down to your hips. Bring your legs forward. Ooh. Slide your seat forward and come all the way down to your backside. So, cactus. Come all the way down to your backside, hugging your knees into your chest. Give them a gentle squeeze, and you can take a few rocks from side to side, loosening up your low back. Let's twist to the left, so bringing your knees over to the left side. Bring your arms down beside you, left hand to your leg, right arm beside you, palm facing down. And you can look up at the sky or turn your head towards one or the other shoulder. And then just allow your muscles to drop away. Allow your skin to soften. Allow your body just to wind and be held here in this position. Slowly come back, bring your knees into your chest, give them a nice little squeeze, and then take your legs over to the right side, finding a little twist. Arms down by your side, so right hand to your your left leg, and then your left arm down beside you. Once you're in the shape, and if you want to turn your head, you can, but just make sure that you're not straining anything. You want to really relax and let go. And then slowly coming back. Guide your knees into your chest. Give them a nice big squeeze as you make your way into Shavasana. Come to your final rest. So your legs long and your arms long. Make sure you adjust anything that feels uncomfortable. You want to stay in this position for a little time. This is how we signal to our nervous system to calm itself down, to renew and repair. This is how we integrate all of those postures. This is how we allow our circulation to return to normal. Continue to stay with the rhythm of your breath, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. Plant your feet on the ground. And then guide your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Make your way over onto your side and then press yourself up to a seat. Sitting nice and tall with your legs crossed and your eyes closed, or any other comfortable sitting position. Imagine the top of your head is stretching away from your tailbone. You're lengthening the spaces between your bones. Hands come together at your chest, Anjali Mudra. Remind yourself how incredible you are and thank yourself for showing up for yourself. I hope you have an amazing day. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, whether you are here for the live or the replay. It is always my pleasure to guide you. I'm having a lot of fun taking you around on the adventure with me. So we are going, where are we going? We're going to go to Bishop, which is another little hiker town. I've been having fun like teaching little pop-up yoga classes for the hikers. They're very sore. They've just been hiking for like 700 miles. So yeah, pretty wild. Let's see what else. If you guys, I think I have all of your emails, but if you want to join my mailing list, I'm going to leave a link in the comments below. It's linked to a 10 series package of Posture Purrfect. So you get one video every week for 10 weeks of a posture breakdown. So if that sounds interesting to you, if you're not on my mailing list already and you want to stay connected in that way, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the comments below. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys on Tuesday for our yin class. And let me know if there's anything that you're interested in working on or anything that you have questions about. I am always here for you. Message me anytime. You can comment in the group. Yeah, so have a great rest of your Sunday or whatever day this is that you're watching, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.